Hello and welcome to another edition of Sun Dragon Tips and Tricks. I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina. And I'm at my house today because it's Monday and I'm filming a few thoughts. So I started a series on life lessons from knitting and crochet. And I had some things going through my head the past couple of weeks and I really needed to get them out. So I'm doing a really short video today to do some of that. So here are life lessons from knitting and crochet, muscle memory. Now, muscle memory is something I talk to my customers, my clients a lot about, those who are taking lessons with me. It's when you do something enough that your hands, in this case, it becomes second nature. It's like walking. I mean, we learned that so long ago that we don't even think about it, how to do it. When you get injured, you have to relearn it. So this has been coming back to me and has been meaningful in my life for a couple of reasons, and I wanted to share them with you. And I can connect them to how I teach my students, my clients. So when you learn something new, when I am teaching knitting and crochet or any skill, like you could be a knitter or crocheter, but you're learning a new skill, I tell people, you need to practice and build up the muscle memory. When you first start, everything feels incredibly awkward. And I have to remind my clients that that's okay. That's normal. That is going to get easier with time. When you first come to it, everything's awkward. And you could say the same thing about life, about learning a new skill in life, about learning a new way to deal emotionally with someone else, about learning more about yourself. At first, starting a new habit, at first, it is going to be incredibly awkward. It is not going to feel normal. It is not going to necessarily feel natural. Doesn't mean it's wrong. If it's something that's healthy for you, but you're not used to being healthy to yourself. I can speak from experience on this. I've been trying to practice a lot of self-care, and it feels weird and unnatural and not good for me, but it is. I just need to practice it more. I need to build the muscle memory. If y'all can think back to when you learned to knit or crochet and, all thumbs, that kind of thing. Thumbs are actually very helpful in knitting and crochet. But until you got the muscle memory, until you built the practice where it started to feel more natural, then you can build upon that again. Same thing in larger life. You got to practice. You got to try it out. You have to sit with the discomfort, knowing that the more you do it, the easier or more natural. It's not always easier, but the more natural it might feel. The other thing that comes to mind for me a lot with muscle memory is you could use the harsh phrase for it is use it or lose it. Often it doesn't mean you're totally going to lose it if you don't keep doing it. But think about knit and crochet. I can remember when I first learned to crochet, I already knew how to knit. Every time I went back and forth between the two, I had to practice a little bit. If I hadn't crocheted in a while, it was a foreign concept to me. Now I do so much of it all the time, I can flip back and forth fairly easily. But it's maintenance. We were likening it to, you want your car to run smoothly, you get the oil changed. You got to keep your skills up by trying them out, doing them, refreshing the muscle memory. It's there. It's in your hands. But sometimes you have to go kind of kick it back into drive by doing it a little bit. Same thing with larger life. Again, I could take the example of self-care. If you don't do it enough, I could take the example of I used to run a whole lot. And then I got out of the practice. And it's hard to restart. Doesn't mean I can't. But it means it's not going to feel as natural or as easy when I do after a long break. Needs maintenance. Needs self-care. Needs practice. And there's always the caveat that with all of this practice, with building the muscle memory, comes an awful lot of patience. Sometimes people say that knitting and crocheting helps you learn patience or build patience. And sometimes it's hard to keep in mind. Sometimes the patience is not there and exasperation happens. That's when we always go back at the shop to our mantra of breathing and hydration. We're wrapping a whole lot of things in here, starting with muscle memory, patience, breathing and hydration. Remember to breathe. Remember to roll your shoulders. That can apply to anything in life. Remember to take a break, take a few deep breaths, get some oxygen to your brain, and dive back in. And believe it or not, I think hydration can solve a lot of woes. I used to have a friend who believed it could solve everything. But learning something new, building muscle memory, trying to reinforce or build good habits, changing your ways. It's almost like doing some heavy lifting. Take a break, drink some water, try again. So to circle back, muscle memory, building new skills, maintaining those skills, whether it is learning the knit and purl stitch, learning brioche, learning something fun about how to shape the top of a hat, learning to do a triple cluster in crochet. Anything new is going to feel awkward at first. Building self-care for yourself. Practice. Repeat it often so it becomes natural. It becomes second nature. Then you can look at more things you can do for yourself to be healthy. Then you can start building new skills in knitting and crochet. Practice, practice, practice. Repetition is key. Try not to give up because something feels awkward or unnatural. You'll get there. You can do it. I always like to end my videos when they're explicitly about crafting. May your crafting be filled with joy and confidence. And I think that's a goal for many of us for life as well. So keep building that muscle memory. You'll get there. Have a great week. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Hi, kitty. Yeah? How's my kitty? You good? What muscle memory do you have? You have lots of biting me, I think.